Hello everybody. I have a little flip through for you. I wanted to tell you the story about it so you can follow the process. I'm a single mom of 3 boys in the age of 16, 13 and a 5-year-old. And since I'm a single parent, I don't have much money, so we can't afford to go to vacations or similar stuff. So for this new year, the new year 2016, we had the special possibility to join a group that has planned to go to Rimini. This is in Italy, a wonderful beach, to celebrate New Year's there. And we have been invited. And for a part of the journey, I even did some crafty stuff I could earn loan for it. So I took a ton of pictures, but since to print them out and cut them down and make like a little scrapbook, that would be so time consuming. So I had just a little travel set with me with watercolors and washi and glue and stuff like that, and was collecting things from the journey when we were in a restaurant or, bits and pieces. And I was also challenging myself to use only those ephemeras for this little journal. I do have a few blank pages in the back, and I will add pictures for sure later, but also for the privacy, I wouldn't have shown them to you. So let's get started. This is the cover, very simple. The special thing here is that the white page you see is from our breakfast set, the paper you get to keep your seat or your place a bit clean. And it says il seme di ogni cosa è l'acqua. It means the seed of everything is the water, which perfect describes Italy and to be at the beach. I haven't been at the beach for at least 6 years, so it was really special for me to have these 4 days of a little break in my normal life. The closure you see is actually from something later in the book. You will see that. It's you see it's loom bands, and I made it to close the very bulky booklet. So let's get started. Here is the list of the people that came with. Of course, I won't show you the names, but it was good since I didn't know anybody before. So it helped us to memorize the names. This was the train tickets from here to Zurich, because we went by train. And we don't live in the same city as the other people of the group. And here was my youngest opening the journal by watercoloring during the train. And we traveled about at least 7 hours by train. So with a 5-year-old, and I have to mention he has the Asperger syndrome, so I was aware that it could become sometimes very difficult for him when it's crowded or noisy or too much not known things around him. So we had to get up in the morning at 6 o'clock to get to our train and to Zurich. I won't go into details all too much. Maybe it would be too boring for you. I just wanted to show you that you can actually do a lot of things already with only few basic materials, like a little watercolor set I had with me. So this was the ticket. I was journaling about how good my little one made it all through to Italy. Then we arrived at the hotel. We took a taxi from the station to the hotel, and here, this is very smashy. I even used the toilet paper they had because it's so pretty. It has roses on there, and even though it's a recycling biological toilet paper, I found it very pretty. And believe it or not, it was the first time I ever used one of those cards, key cards, to open a room. That's how less I travel. So let's continue with our first evening. We arrived at a hotel and then later went all together in a nearby restaurant where I ate actually lobster for the first time. And they gave you this refreshing tissues, and I took it to the hotel to put it in. And it was a very fun evening. I mean, it was a group of people. Many of them didn't know each other before, and it was very fascinating and heartwarming how fast we kind of grew together as a group. This was a little package my youngest bought, some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. He knows them from his older brothers. So then on Friday we had our first breakfast. Here again you see parts of that table set, and those were also designs that were on the set, and I cut them out and colored them in. It was very comfortable, and we spoke a long time and just ate. It had a big buffet, and yeah, just spent time together. Here is a little time jump, because this was when we won the jackpot in one of those gaming halls they have over there. So you can make games and then you get those tickets, and if you have enough, they give you points and you can go and exchange them for some gifts. And I come to that later on. This was already on our way back, so I didn't journal anymore the upcoming days. I was more collecting the memories, making the experiences, and jot down the memories later when I got home. So this is all I collected. As you can see, you have those little sets they give you in the bathroom, and I was very, very happy about our cleaning woman, because she was always I was together with my youngest boy in a room, and my teenagers had a room on their own, and she always folded our clothes so nicely and put his little plushie, very beautiful and cute, on the bed. It was really, really nice to have someone do that for you, and in a such personal way, I would say. The card for the room of my boys. Then we went to the beach first time, and then the boys were like from the age of Leandro, my youngest, until the big boys, like the fathers of the kids that were there. There were many families together, were playing at the beach soccer. Then my oldest had a little flu for one day. So I went to a pharmacy and ordered some pain meds, and yeah, the water bottle again is from this breakfast set, but I colored it in and put a label on from the water we drank there, because there was a lot of water flowing there for all the soccer players. It was quite cold, I have to say. Even though it was a beach, it was icy sometimes, windy, but we had sunshine. We had beautiful weather, but it was beyond cold. Then in the afternoon, a few of the group joined to go by public bus to a nearby fun park, which is called Fiabilandia. And it was really special because there were not a lot of people there. It was like they had closed, only a few possibilities to go on, but it was very funny, and we had cotton candy. Whenever we see cotton candy, that's like a family tradition. We had to have cotton candy. This is my youngest with this huge cotton candy stick. On our way back, we came to kiosk, and my youngest one was wishing for tattoos, and I bought a few stickers, which you can see here around the book. And for the evening, we went to eat there, so I only put the business card in there. There was a funny story going on. I had the lobster the other evening, and I wanted to have fruits. No, not fruit, vegetables, sorry. Vegetables for this night. And there was something saying like mixed plate. And I was like, wow, great. So we have mixed fried vegetables. And my Italian, I mean, especially to read, is not too bad. But with mixed, they meant sea stuff, sea fruits like little octopus and shrimps and all those stuff. So and it was a huge portion. That was always the thing there. You get so much on one plate, and it really doesn't cost a ton. So food is cheap and much. I had to return half of it because, yeah, you can't eat all that much. And, yeah. On the day in Fiabilandia, my little one had a few, I call them attacks, when he's like, has a breakdown, so to say. And that's the downside or the challenging part of the Asperger, because you don't know exactly what the trigger is. You are always in a situation of unexpected changes, and you have to deal with them. And he had a few of those meltdowns on Friday. So Saturday I felt I was really out of energy. And we could organize that the people were taking Leandro with them, and they played soccer again, and he was playing at the beach, and I could stay in the hotel room and rest a bit. And I got even the chance to use a bathtub, which is always a little wellness for me. So later on, when I got a little bit back of my batteries, I went down to the ocean by myself. It was very beautiful. It was almost evening. It was the day of New Year's Eve, and I knew it will be a long night, so I was really, really grateful for that break I could have. So, and then we were planning the dinner at the hotel itself, and here you can see the menu for this evening, and it was really, I counted it 13 times they came and brought something new, and I didn't count, but I couldn't eat all of them. So when it was around midnight, my little one got invited by a little girl. Well, invited is very charming because she just took him and really took the lead, and they danced together and were really the stars of the evening. It was so super cute to watch them, and yeah. And this is part of the bottle of champagne we had at midnight, and of course the magic candles. So on Sunday, after a breakfast, even not too late, we went to the beach because there's a tradition in Italy. I don't know if it's especially Rimini or like beach towns, that on New Year, on around noon, you go and have a swim in the water. And a lot of our group really did it. They were absolutely my heroes because it's so cold outside, and the water, I even didn't touch it because I was sure it would freeze me. So a few of them really took off all their clothes and went into the water. And later on we made matches, soccer matches, and I even made a goal. I was so proud of myself. Yeah. And later on we were planning, because it was the last night, to go back to those gaming halls. So, and this is where our fun story finally comes. Leandro was seeing this transformer already the first time when we were there, and he so asked for it, and it costed many points. But what happened? I was with a few teenagers. I was the only grown-up in this group. I could leave Leandro back in the hotel with other smaller kids, and he slept very early. So I did go with my youngest and with my two older ones and a bunch of other teenagers of the group. And then we hit the jackpot. We really did hit the jackpot, and the tickets didn't stop to come out. And when we feed the machine to count the points, it took more than 10 minutes non-stop feeding the machine to get all the tickets in, and we really could go shopping, so to say. We could get the Transformers, we could get even headsets and bracelets and stuff. Really, everyone was happy. I even got a cup with butterflies on it, and really came home with a lot. This was the last night. I already packed all the stuff, and then the other day was day of going back. In the morning everything was good. Then we had to stop in Milano, and we were there for about 2.5 hours or so, and I had to see how I can spend this long break with my youngest. So we went to a nearby bookstore, and they had those like surprise bags, but more like an activity bag actually. And my little one is so fan of My Little Pony. He loves the stickers and books, and even watches videos on YouTube. We don't have a television, so he just knows them from YouTube. And I bought myself a coloring book, and we were there on the floor at the station being creative together. But I already felt that he was very nervous and unsteady, so I was a bit aware of the long train travel we had still before us. These are the things we got. And I was right. So I have to say, in the train it was very full. Every seat was taken. People were even standing because there were no more free seats, and our group couldn't stay together. So we had some places there and some places there, and I knew it would be a very long journey, and Leandro was already super tired, and he couldn't sleep and he couldn't rest, and he started screaming, and that was very challenging. I couldn't give him any chance to have kind of a break because there was no place to go. to take him off of all the impressions he probably had. It was very, very challenging, and I was trying to stay calm, because I know that he feels me very, very strongly, that we have a deep connection. So if I'm upset, it wouldn't help at all. But I really tried to keep him calm. And of course, people were staring around their seats. What's going on? Why is this kid there acting like weirdo? And yeah. So unfortunately, the whole last bit of the journey was like that. And it was long. And even when we arrived at Zurich and we tell everyone goodbye, and we had to go to another train again to really come home back. And he saw a little store that sells ice cream, and then he had the thing that he wanted ice cream, and of course I didn't got him ice cream in the evening, 7:30 it was. And so also when our next train came, we couldn't take a seat. We stayed in the room between, and he was screaming, "Go away, I want to be alone." And I knew I couldn't let him be alone, and that was like the whole rest of the day. And I was really, really done at the end. So when we arrived in our town, in Solothurn, we took a taxi, came home, just get our luggage somewhere, and went straight to bed. That was the not so pleasant end of that journey. So here you can see, this was the kids' drawing in a restaurant. I have still a few blank pages, and I think I will add a few pictures here for later, for our memory. But I just wanted to show you quickly that you don't need to have pictures to make beautiful memories. And this was our little go away for 4 days. I wish you a very happy, fulfilling, inspirational 2017. I would love if you subscribe, if you comment, and I wish you all the best, and I hope you got inspired. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.